Shalom Fam. Solo Soul here, back for another enlightening video. I'm gonna just say some of my videos are legit enlightening, and I hope that it really helps some people. So really quickly, before we hopefully my document loads. I'm trying to load a document to share and present. But let's see here. Let's see how this works. Okay. Look like it's gonna be working. So fam, this evening I'm going to be talking about moving back to Africa. Is it a dream or reality? And I'm going to try to touch on everything within 20 or 15 or 20 minutes. Okay. So I think I should be able to get everything, at least speak about everything that I want to speak about. So fam, moving back to Africa, how do we do it? And what's the best way for us to proceed in a way that we don't run into too many hardships along the way, because we know moving back is a risk, and we know moving back is also costly to us because we're coming from the West, and we have to pay for every step. So fam, bear with me as I take you through what I think is the best way for you to move with wisdom and discernment, and just allow the Most High to lead you, the Most High Yahuwah to lead you, and not, getting all your information from YouTube. So, like I've always done from the beginning of my channel, I've always warned people about moving with discernment and not trusting everything that anyone says, including me. I always encourage people to travel back to the country or back to whichever African country first before you decide on that move. So, with that being said, fam, I'm gonna go to the first slide. So if you're moving back to Africa or any African country in any capacity, you should consult with, expats that are living on the ground, living in that particular country, or even sometimes in the country, but maybe even in the same region that you plan to live in. So you want to reach out to them even before you travel. See if they can help you organize your travel plans, even point you in the right direction. So Jamaican African Travels can help you with setting up your trip. They're like, I would say, number one consultation couple for Tanzania, and legitimate. No scamming. These are legitimate people, upstanding, righteous people, and they true followers of the Most High Yahuwah. So they're in the truth, and they understand, what you will go through, and they try to help you avoid those pitfalls. So let me tell you a little bit about Jamaican African Travels. They're very underrated. Not too many people know about them because their YouTube channel hasn't grown as much as they would like. But partly, part of that is, censorship on YouTube, and, their channel not really getting out to the expats the way they should. So I'm hoping that in the next month or so, or even 2 months, that we can help grow their channel as a family, because you can learn a lot from these two people, Clyde and Maria. So it's important that you understand you need to consult with somebody to organize your plans with a professional consultation. I'm not saying these little quick, tell you whatever you want to hear, make you feel good, make you think Africa is beautiful and everything is beautiful about it. And no, they're going to tell you the reality. They're going to tell you some things that you must do. And they're just going to be upfront and real with you, man. They're not going to, shoot you these dreams like some of these people do in different, different consultation meetings. They shoot you dreams. And they kind of just tell you what you want to hear. I hope my laptop not giving me issues. What is going on? Sorry. Channel, their description is in the link. All right, their link is in the description below. So their channel name, so you can head over there and follow them. All right. So Jamaican African Travels can help you make your move, make that big move, and plan out that big move. You know, they're a family, they're a group of professionals that have done it, and they have like real experience, you know, with being on the ground, being in Tanzania, Africa. And they can even talk you through, you know, possibly just traveling to Africa. Even if you're not planning to make that move, maybe you just want to travel. They can tell you some things to expect. They can connect you with some people that, you know, solid people. Um, Shalom fam. They can connect you with some solid people. You know, you want to land on solid ground. I'm gonna just say that you want to land on solid ground because you do not want to get caught up with the wrong people. So another thing that has been in the works and been in conversation on a lot of different YouTube channels, because a lot of people have been connected with these popular channels and following them, and the so-called wave makers and pioneers of movements, you know, they haven't always been doing things up front and legitimate, and they haven't been moving righteous. So, like we said a long time ago, you know, you either gonna deal with it on the front end or the back end. You should not touch the Most High's people. You're gonna have to repent and turn back to the Most High ultimately. So, I'm telling you right now, if you want to acquire land legitimately in Tanzania, Africa, you must have a business or you must have an NGO that you're gonna set up. You know, you got to provide income to the government, or if you have a Tanzanian partner you're going to partner with, you can, you know, lease land underneath your company name. So I'm not going to go into detail on that because that is a whole nother discussion for another day. But this is just me giving you an overview, you know, of reality. All right. So we're going to talk about the dream soon, but we're going to talk about reality. If you're trying to get land, don't think, again, we always say, don't send your money to people because that's not going to help you. It's only going to set you up for some issues. So, in confusion later. So Mr. Cloud and Miss Maria can set you up with a step-by-step service. They can legit walk you through as much as you want them involved. You know, if you want them involved just a little, maybe at the beginning stages, they can do that. But if you want them to be with you and help you out all throughout your journey, they can help you. And trust me, these are some honest, upright, righteous people. And this is just me and my personal experience. You know, some people have other experiences with other consultation groups, but I'm telling you, this is not the consultation group. And if you with some funny cricket scamming stuff, they don't even want to be affiliated with you. So, and they're the type of people that's gonna tell you if you're doing something wrong, and if you don't like it, guess what? You're just gonna have to move on about your business. So, if you're planning to do upright, upstanding business, and you plan to get things done, you want to set something up in another African country, then hey, this is the group for you. All right, this is the group. All right, Shalom Fam. Okay, so again, yes, Jamaican African Travels are good, honest people. The Most High connects a lot of people. Shalom Fam, and dang, I'm telling you, I appreciate them too. And I'm gonna tell my testimony on how much I appreciate them in just a moment. All right, so fam, again, if you're acquiring land, these are the folks to talk to. Mr. Clyde is one that's just gonna tell you straight up. Same with Miss Maria, she's not gonna sugarcoat it for you. It's just important that you get the information straight up. You should not, you know, people shouldn't be shooting you dreams and telling you like, hey, come over here, you get all the land you want, you don't have to have nothing set up. It's ways to do it underneath the table. I'm telling you, you don't have to do things legit. That is all a setup, fam. You don't want to be in another country looking over your shoulder. You know, you got a family, you got your livelihood on the line. You don't want to take a risk doing those things. You know, just don't take a risk doing those things. So you have to have your permits and you got to get your visas and everything in line. You got to make sure you get your business set up. So again, if you want to reach out to Jamaican African Travels, you can, the email is linked right in, as you can see right on the screen. So their WhatsApp number as well. That's Mr. Clyde and Miss Maria's WhatsApp. So you can reach out to them WhatsApp. Or if you want to shoot them an email, let them know you want to get in contact with them. They can set that consultation up with you. I'm just telling you, this is the most invaluable consultation that you can get. And they're worth way more than they charge. I'm going to just tell you that. So, you know, some people give you bit by bit, little by little information. You can ask them as much as you would like. One thing I do recommend is having a set of questions of like ready. You know, have some things you want to talk to them about. Have some ideas in mind so that they can guide you and, you know, maybe point you in the right direction. All right. So, man, let me see if that's blocking that. All right. So here I'm just talk about a little bit about what Jamaican African Travels have built from the ground up and what they have done on their shamba. With their hard-earned money, no one has paid for things on their shamba. This is things that these two expats have moved to Tanzania and they have set up their own shamba, which is a farm. So they have a samaki or fish pond. They have bananas, cassava, passion fruit. And I've talked about this before, fam. I'm just telling the folks who don't know. All right. So if you didn't know, they actually have what a lot of us want to see on our land when we move back to Africa. So, if you want to be guided on how to set up your shamba, or even like you have an idea and you just want to make it come to life, you want to kind of see it, then you can consult with Mr. Clyde, consult with Miss Maria. They can give you some good ideas and you can pick and choose what you want. Or if you have a plan, you have somebody in horticulture who already helped you plan out something that you want to do in Tanzania, present it, talk to them, see if they can connect you with different agriculture companies. They literally just connected me with a company in Morogoro who have like different plants and different fruit that you can't really get in certain regions. So trust me, they know a lot. They've been there. This is about 3 years they've been in Tanzania, living and thriving and not scamming people. So just throw that out there again. All right. So they also have, I think it's like 6 different bananas and plantain forests. This picture is directly from their shamba. So if you know you want to grow a certain plant or a certain fruit or vegetable, and that's kind of what you want to thrive on in the country, these are the people that you want to talk to and consult with. Some people don't really want to live off grid. They don't want to live on farmland and they don't really want to live in the village. That's okay. I'm pretty sure, you can find or consult with somebody who can help you make your dream a reality. So to be honest, fam, anything that you want to do in Africa is just a dream until you get there and put in the work. So if you don't get there and put in the work and put your feet and your hands on the ground, it's gonna be difficult for you to be saying you're gonna do it abroad. So that's how yes, they are walking and working, man. All right, so they have passion fruit, which is me and my daughter's favorite thing. Passion fruit. We love the plantains. They got callaloo, papaya, mangoes, coconut, everything you can think of. Jamaican African Travels pretty much have it growing somewhere on shamba, including different vegetables. So if you want to link and consult with them, it is probably the best option. I'm gonna say I don't see nobody else out there that's doing actually what they're doing, and they're not even highlighted on any type of big platform. So again, fam, get over and follow Jamaican African Travels. Show them some love, man, because they actually putting in the work and they're doing what a lot of us want to do. I feel like they're the best kept secret because many gatekeepers wanted to keep them quiet and keep them a secret and want to tarnish their name for no reason. So, fam, let's keep moving. All right, so fam, a lot of us want to move back. I get it. We want to move back and we want everything to be in line. We want to, build. We want to build on our land. We want to have a homestead in Africa. And like me and my family, we just want to have somewhere to travel, somewhere to say, hey, we want to get out of the West and we want to be able to thrive and live in this area if we choose to for an extended amount of time. Because some of us are going to be working mobile and we just kind of want to travel. That's where we at in our life right now. And that's just kind of where the Most High is leading us. And, we're not moving to a country to exploit people or take advantage of people. So if you want advice, you want recommendations, that's something that we can help you with. Or guide you. But, in no way will we, try to persuade you or sway you any kind of way or any one way or another. We're just going to tell you what's real, what's reality. We ain't going to shoot you no dream. All right. So, fam, this is, once again, I've done a letter to the diaspora before. I'm going to do this letter again. I made it a little bit shorter this time because I'm going to add a few pieces of scripture. But, fam, again, this is my letter to my family. So, Shalom, fam. As you contemplate the idea of returning back to Tanzania or any African country of your choosing, we understand that this is a place that most of us want to call home because it's been pulling on our heart for the last couple of years. So I would like to offer some encouragement. as some of you may not always want our honest thoughts, and you may not always agree with our honest thoughts. But as you transition and embark on this new journey, it is a big life decision, and you should absolutely take it seriously. You should not take it lightly. All right. So moving to a foreign country, particularly after spending some time abroad. So we traveled before we actually moved to Tanzania. So I've been trying. So it's definitely been 2 years since I've been traveling back and forth to Tanzania. So I'm very happy with that. I never thought I would be traveling to Africa, but it's all the Most High. So we understand spending time abroad. It can be both exciting and challenging. All right. So at first you feel a natural sense of longing and anticipation. You think about reconnecting to your roots. You think about reconnecting to your family, maybe your cultural ancestry line. However, the reality of settling into a new, familiar or unfamiliar environment can be difficult, and it requires patience, resilience, and faith. Now, I know that can be taken out of context, so let me clarify. So, patience, I mean, sometimes learning the language, or sometimes learning the numbers, or how to negotiate and where to buy things. I think that was the most frustrating part for us, figuring out how to get around and find things, because everything is everywhere. You got to go to this market, that market, got to negotiate and bargain with this person. So my wife I like to kind of hold on to my coins, so I don't mind negotiating, and I get somewhat of a thrill from it, because I'm like, hey, I'm out here negotiating with this. I got a good price, so I kind of enjoy that. So some people may not have the patience for that. So I learned that too. Like, some people do not want to bargain. They do not have the patience for that. So resilience, you have to be resilient. You can't let one thing knock you down, hit you in your side, and you're done. That could have happened to us, man. After 2 months of being there, a lot of y'all know this. It's just like our 4 months. It's like we got hit in the side by this, by that, this person, trying to trash our name, and it just, you just knew that it was a spiritual battle. So you got to be resilient. And you just got to have faith in the Most High. Like this, these are the battle scars that you're gonna take when you get there. All right, something out of the norm, out of nowhere, just gonna knock you off your feet, and you just gonna have to learn how to get up. For my football players and people who play football, when you get air knocked out of you, you can't catch your breath for a long time. You just got to take a moment, sit down, and it just come back to you. All right. So next, initially returning back to the continent, you will feel joy. You'll feel like you're at home. Then it'll take moments that you have to adjust. And then you feel like you're encountering these unfamiliar circumstances, and you're just like, oh my gosh, where do I go next? All right. So it's hard to get accustomed to other countries. All right. It can feel overwhelming. And just remember that if you are walking in righteousness and you are actually genuinely there in that country to thrive and maybe grow with the people there, and like really get your feet down legitimately, the Most High is always going to be with you. The Most High is not going to be with you if you're out here lying, cheating, stealing, scamming, and doing everything under the sun, and you just repent. And you can't be doing everything under the sun and hurting people while you're doing it, and then expect the Most High to be on your side. Like, it just don't make sense. Don't make sense. Things don't work like that. All right. So it's just important that you understand that things are not going to be easy. All right. So it's a dream. This land that's depicted on the screen, like, that is like a dream homestead for a person, that maybe just starting the farm, and they just kind of want to get a little bit of everything. They don't really know which direction they want to go in, but they want to grow everything because the ground is super fertile in Africa. I understand this may be the way to go. But you just got to hold on, because it's going to be a lot of trials that you're going to go through to get that. So, all right, let me see. I'm going to skip forward a little bit. So the truth is, every transition comes with growth. So as you reconnect with your roots back on the motherland, you can have an opportunity to contribute meaningfully in the community or in local villages. It's many ways that you can get back home and get back to the motherland and connect genuinely and not look for anything, especially if you're already making your money online. There's no need to rush into starting that business, or unless you just want to, for the purposes of getting your land and you want to do farming. I understand the movement in that, but it's no rush. Get to know the country. Take your time. All right, you can move back, but sometimes, I said in one of my videos, 5 stages of moving back to Africa. I believe that it takes 5 stages. All right, And I recently heard on the podcast that, it take 10 years. I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't think it take 10 years. I think if a person is serious and motivated, they can get back and transition a lot sooner than that. They can travel back and forth. I don't think it's rules against that anymore. I used to be completely against traveling back and forth. But I think it's possible. All right, back to the letter, fam. So while you process and you come into these obstacles of moving back to the country, I encourage you to stand strong in faith, knowing that the Most High Yahuwah has grace that's sufficient for all things. And you can continue to lean on the Most High Yahuwah in prayer and surround yourself with a community of praying people. It's important that you trust every step you take, because sometimes you're walking with the Most High and you don't really know what you're walking into. I would say use discernment. So, fam, I pray that the Most High Yahuwah blesses you, baruch you, and just keep you motivated and keep you encouraged to connect with the motherland. Like, I know it's a lot of information out now about scamming, and it's a lot of things being exposed right now because of how badly people have been treated. Despite people trying to defend themselves, you can't take away from how you treated people. People, the way you make people feel, they'll always remember that, no matter what. And there's no one person or two people who can sway 50 or 40 or 20, 20. It's no possible way, So I'm not even going to go into that. But, fam, another thing I wanted to read, let me go to my next slide. All right. I'll put that up again. So, again, fam, it is possible. If you want to travel to Tanzania, Tanzania is a beautiful country. The government is definitely willing to listen to some of your concerns if you want to get things set up. You can go directly to government offices. You can go to TRA. You can go to Brella. You can go to TIC. You can go to these places soon as you get there. You land, you say, get settled for a few days. If you're there on a weekday, you go in, you let them know, hey, I need to speak to a manager, speak to somebody that can direct me on steps I should take to setting up a business or even, investing in the country. They'll direct you in the right direction. Do not go out here and just solely trust these people who are going to purchase things for you, because they don't always use all your money to purchase land. They up the price and they take some of the money and put it in their own pockets, and they don't always fulfill what they're going to do for you. So either way, Jamaican African Travels will tell you up front, they're not going to take any money from you. You will not be sending them any money other than the cost of your consultation. If you do send them money, it's you asking them to pay for something for you, but usually they don't take any money directly from you unless you're paying them for a service. So just know that they live by that. We've been knowing them for over a year now, pretty much almost, well, not over, definitely over a year, pretty much 2 years now. We've known them, and they have always told us, we are not taking any money directly from you. You can pay your invoices and bills directly to the government. So, yeah, fam. Either way, I only have a few minutes before I have to get off here. But yeah, fam. So this is the next thing I want to talk about. This is the last thing. So again, that's a view as you coming out of Jamaican African Travels, Claudia and Maria Farms. This is a beautiful sunset coming from their land. All right. So yes, fam, you want to get your family back. It is a reality. Plan, consult with Jamaican African Travels. I'm going to say that a million times. Jamaican African Travels is the way to go. Jamaican African Travels is the way to go. You don't hear their name out here in any scandals, scams, or anything other than the people who might be being accused of certain things. But either way, I digress. Moving on. All right. So again, if you want to travel to Tanzania, you're more than welcome to reach out to us, but we're going to direct you back to Jamaican African Travels because we are just a traveling family. You can consult with us. We can give you some advice. We can only tell you our experience. So our experience may not be your experience. We've made a lot of mistakes and we're growing from those mistakes, but it hasn't stopped anything that we're doing. So just keep moving, fam. All right, fam, only got like 1 minute. But again, this is Clyde and Maria. They are the best people to consult with. Reach out to them right now. Email them. Just start a conversation. All right, start a conversation. Fill them out. Use your discernment. If you are led to talk to them even further, you do it. If not, then just take your time. All right. So again, that I don't know why I put this picture on here. I'm gonna just keep moving. So, fam, we know that the Most High Yahuwah said that He's gonna come with fire. All right. Okay, my wife, she looking out for me because I'm running out of time. I'm running behind. But fam, I'm gonna be quick because I'm gonna get off of here. But in the day, oh, this is Second Peter. Is Second Peter? It is. It is. It is. Bear with me, fam. I'm so sorry. Just give me 1 second. I'm sorry, fam. I should have been better prepared because I knew that I wanted to read that. Bella, I know. I'm about to get off. I'm just about to read the scripture real quick, and then I'm out of here. Oh, they already starting their meeting. I know I got to get off here. All right, fam. See, my wife got this Bible that got these little pages. Okay, so yeah, fam. I'm just gonna read this real quick, and then we're gonna get out of here. All right, yes, it's Second Peter, fam. Second Peter, and dang it. I hate when I do that. All right, fam. I'm just reading. I know it's in Second Peter. I'm sorry, I can't tell you exact scripture, but some of y'all gonna be able to tell me. All right, so but in the day of Abiyah will come as a thief, which the heavens will pass away with a great noise, and the elements will be dissolved with fervent heat. The earth and its works that are in it will be burned up. The Most High is coming with fire. The Most High is not coming to play. So for the people that play with the Most High, just know your time is coming. Your time is coming. And I'm gonna go ahead and do this because should I do it? Should I do it, fam? I don't even know if I should do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna get off. Fam, Baruch you. Again, Shalom Fam. I appreciate that because this is exactly what unity looks like. You know, we're not trying to get over on each other. We're trying to encourage each other, and we're just trying to live right. Like if you got energy to be out here arguing and creating chaos with everybody, then I don't know what you got time for. I don't have time for you. So I just pray that you keep my name and keep everything that I got going on out your mouth because I want no affiliation with the mess. And fam, Jamaican African Travels are, good people. They're honest people, and they have only tried to help people. And it just always gets to me to see anyone try to tear them down or try to comfort them, when I know that they standing on righteousness. And the Most High Yahuwah knows it. So despite what some people may be saying or some, entities may say, we know that it's false. We know that's not true. So again, fam, y'all bless, or y'all Baruch, excuse me, and good night. Oh, and I have another video, so my Back to Tanzania video. So look for that. That'll be posted, y'all's willing tomorrow. All right. So look for that.